I be in that mood for real, like, and I love it, and I like it. And it's the energy I'm coming with. Before I started, before I pressed record, I was in the back end, like. Sometimes I just be having an early die. You know, I got called to talk about sacrifice today. Hey, 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 hey. I don't know what's coming, but it's coming. You feel me? How you doing? Nice to see you again. I appreciate you for tapping in, for taking the time out of your day, your life, to watch me, to hear what I got to say, my perspective on things. You know what I'm saying? And this is just how I'm coming. I want to talk about sacrifice, and I think I'm really speaking from a place from self. I'm speaking from self, right? Every time when we all tend to speak, we all tend to speak from experience, from self, from the way we think, from how we feel, from the way we've dealt with people, from the situation we've been in, right? So when I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking based off of those things, but coming from a genuine, kind-hearted love place, you know? Not narcissistic, no manipulation, not trying to like reel you in. I just want you to listen. You don't gotta like, you don't gotta subscribe, just listen. Everything will come naturally. But I just wanted to talk about sacrifice and what I had to do and where my life is today and how I had to sacrifice. Kind of just like a testimony. This video really might just take a toll and really branch off anywhere. So I'm not really just gonna say it's about sacrifice. I'm really just gonna speak and however, you know what I mean? But I just want y'all to know that whatever you're going through right now in life, don't look at it as the bad, as the negative thing. And even if you're looking at it as a bad or a negative thing, always in a negative thing, there's always positive. Positive always overrides negative. And the reason why I say that is because in the dark, there's always a mist of light somewhere. Even if it's pitch dark, you always get a glimpse of light in your eyes. And that's just in that certain point of view. If you get what I'm saying, it's always light in the dark. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you going through these negative situations and stuff like that, you gotta always just be positive. You know what I mean? And it's like we go through things in life. We don't want to feel how we feel. You know, we don't want to sacrifice. We don't want to stop doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? In order to see change, we gotta change immediately. You know, and that's something I had to realize. Like this year, it was a lot of change for me. I had to learn to let go. The biggest thing I learned this year is that the moment you think you know someone is the moment the relationship is over. Because life is about change and evolution, especially within self. I've learned to put myself first. And not only that, people think that's selfish. And living in a world so fake, we lose touch of our real self. And people don't even understand that to love self, but to put God first, that's not selfish. You know, you got to make sure that you're in the right headspace, the right spirit, the right paradigm in order to project your best self onto those people that you want to touch. You know what I'm saying? And people like me and like you, if you're here watching, you know, you relate in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And you get me because you're here, which I appreciate that. But sometimes in life, we go through negative things. But in reality, it's positive. You know, and that's played a big vital role for me this year, along with sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like I had to, it's just like, it's not even material sacrifice. It's more so like, I had to let a version of me die in order to let a new me grow. And that's what I want some of y'all to realize, is that sometimes in life, not even sometimes in life, you go through awakenings every season and you don't even know it. You outgrow things, you outgrow people, you outgrow jobs, situations. You're not meant to stay stuck and stagnant inside of a cycle. We are humans, we are elite, we have the max capacity to do whatever, whenever, wherever. By the grace of God, we have freedom. You know what I mean? You just gotta know how to use it the right way. Everything is positive. You see that perspective? Like if you look from that back in peace. If you look from that back end, and the way I just thought about that, you know, because then again, it's everything perspective. And once you realize that in life, everybody has their own way of thinking of things, which is beautiful too. Even the people who think weird, you just gotta learn to just love it. You know what I mean? The weird shit. You gotta just look at them, and they just be so like weird, and you just like, yeah, you're a different human being. But you just gotta love it by the grace of God. You just gotta love. You know what I mean? Like I said, this video go everywhere, anywhere, but I'm really just speaking from heart, you know, and I'm just venting too. I'm trying to get the feel of this because this is something I want to do, you know, but this is just my perspective of things again. But then again, back to sacrifice. How does this all boil down to sacrifice? How does it? In life, sacrifice sound like a bad word, but you just gotta give certain shit up for certain other things. Sometimes you gotta open it even more to close it the proper way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta isolate yourself. In order to really dig deep and really find what's the issue within self and do shadow work, you really gotta figure it out. Because it's nobody's fault or issue but yours. You know what I mean? That's something I had to realize. Epiphanies, awakenings, and stuff like that. Like, am I the only person changing, growing, and evolving around me? That's when I had to step back and look at my circle and be like, yo, if I'm the only one having to shift in my paradigm, this is where I have no choice but to sacrifice and to be alone. And what am I sacrificing? That's the real question. What am I sacrificing? I don't know. Sacrificing my time for people who's not aligned with me anymore. People who's not room for me, people who don't nourish. And I had to separate to elevate. I had to sacrifice that love that I had, that time that I used to spend in order to like elevate. You know, sometimes you gotta do that. This is gonna be a good run. This is gonna be a different run for me. This is gonna be real good and different. I got this book right here. It's called Circle of Fire. Go copy it on Amazon. I ain't cop this from Amazon, but go cop it from Amazon. Look it up on Google, cop it wherever you want to cop it from. Cop it from Temu. Who knows? It might be small. But this book, this is off subject. I just felt like I told y'all before on this channel, all the information that you ever need comes from the grace of God. Amen. But most of all, when you live in this three-dimensional world and you got to get by and you want to do good and be righteous and just move with pure love and you try, okay? You get into these books, you stay out the way, and you find you, and this will change your life. These books will change your life. I feel like I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm so struck by so much stuff in a good way that I'm just so humbled, that I'm just so blessed, that I'm just so willing and able and open and receptive and receiving new information, new ideas, meeting new people, new things. And I just want to focus on me more. You know what I'm saying? And put me first. Sometimes you got to lose one thing to gain everything. Like, seriously. I lost my grandma. And I ain't gonna lie, out of my 24 years of living, I never, like, lost something close to me before like that. So it was definitely an awakening. I definitely took some time. I'm back on YouTube 9 months later. You know? But this is growth. This had to happen. I had to do sacrifice, you know. I mean, yeah, I could have stayed along. You guys could have seen the journey. It would have been a beautiful thing, but I don't want to look at it from that aspect either, because there's always different perspectives of things. To look at things in all positive aspects. Because the reason my time being away was to sacrifice, to make me into a better person. I had to take that time away. I had to sacrifice. I had to just, it was God's will. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being me. I'm loving myself. I'm not learning. I'm doing it. You know, I don't want to say I'm learning to love myself. You know, I think no one really, people learn to be themselves, but like, you got to question this sometimes. Like, are you really learning to be yourself? Or like, why are you learning to be yourself? You shouldn't learn to be yourself. People learn to be themselves, right? Obviously. Surface level. Deep level too. But what I'm saying is, when we get around certain people, we just not self. See, that took a whole turn. ADHD right there, live thought for you. That's ADHD for you right there. But you read this book, tap into this book. I want to talk about more lively things. My goal is to help people see a different perspective so that they can get through in life the way that they should, so that they can feel more rather than be less detached. See, in the seven spiritual laws, the book, the detachment law, people get that effed up right here. This book is somebody's gift. I got two, but I bought somebody this one, so I'm not gonna dig in that one because it's fresh. So I'm gonna grab mine, the booty goody woody one, when I look messed up, and we're gonna go to this one. I'm gonna tell you a law of detachment right now. You know what I'm saying? Learn with me. Let's do it. But look, people get it mixed up. Where's the table of contents? 71. I forgot where I was going with this, but bear with me. Law of detachment says that the way to acquire anything in the universe is to Hold on. Where was I at? I just, like, I don't know what the hell just happened. Okay. This doesn't mean... Okay. All right, sorry. I got nervous a little bit. Okay. This doesn't mean we give up the intention to create our desire. We don't give up the intention. We don't give up the desire. We don't give up our attachment to the outcome. Okay, let me read that again because I feel like I really messed up on that one. Okay? The law of detachment, this doesn't mean we give up the intention to create our desire. We don't give up the intention, and we don't give up the desire. We give up our attachment to the outcome. So that means, regardless of what the outcome is, you give up the attachment to it. Be detached to the outcome. Regardless of what the outcome is, we always got this expectation of something, right? You gotta stop having this certain expectation on this outcome, because once you detach from that outcome, whatever the outcome is, you'll be a genius. You could be in a relationship with someone and still be attached, but you don't know what the outcome is gonna be. Like, we want a good outcome, but we gotta be detached from that potential outcome of bad. You know what I'm saying? So that was just a little clips. If you get me, you get me. But the whole gist of the video was just like me, how I had to take sacrifice, and I had to detach myself. I had to let myself go a little bit away from the crowd, away from different energies. Because, you know, right now it seems to appear that I'm on camera and I'm talking to camera, right? But behind this camera, there's people, there's energy behind this camera, right? And it's like, you're watching me, but you have... It's just a lot of fluctuation going on. If you feel me, you feel me. So